Back again, guys.
Touching hands,
Still filling
reaching
up.
out, touching me, touching you. It has never seemed so good.
Sorry, man. There's Welsh, Irish, Scottish, everybody here, lads.
And it don't seem so lonely. We fill it all with old age. And when I hurt, burden runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt my woman? Touching warm, reaching out,
There you go, guys.
touching me, touching you.
Sweet Caroline.
Times never seem so
They're still coming. Right, guys, listen to that support.
Sweet Caroline, times never seem so good.
Not got much look at the stage because of the flags, lads, but the best I can do. And they're still coming down the road. That's what you call patriotic. Look at that.
far and wide. Who's here from Wales? Let me hear it from Wales. Scotland. Northern Ireland. The Republic of Ireland. England. Let me hear it for Great Britain. This is what our capital city should look like. Shall we start with, I've got a good friend here. His name's Pastor Ricky, and his band is called Pastor Ricky and the Patriots. So let's have a start with some beautiful music, and we thank you for coming.
Mr. Tommy Robinson, for leading the charge. This is our country. This is a Christian country. And God, who made it mighty, make it mightier. Yes, this is the land of hope and glory.
Didn't we say it will be the biggest gathering of patriots London's ever seen? And anyone who listened to my mother's voice know, Mum, I'm enjoying this moment, alright? Now, a gentleman has made a song. He's wrote a song about today, about you and about why you're here. And this morning it was released on iTunes. So if you're watching this, download it. When you get home, download it. Let's get this song in the charts, yeah? Let's play it. Have a watch.
As we gather here together, where freedom took its stand, we hear whispers of our fathers echo throughout the land. Darkness creeps in halls of power, hidden from the light. Our beating hearts are screaming, it's time to rise and fight. On the 27th of July, we come to stand and fight against the chains that bind us, that takes away our rights. We the common people are standing side by side, fighting for our freedoms. We've come from far and wide. Global winds are blowing, trying to erase our past with promises of unity, but dark shadows is what they cast. From the east and west they come to tear our rights away, but we will rise together, we will have our say. On the 27th of July, we come to stand and fight against the chains that bind us, that takes away our rights. We the common people are standing side by side, fighting for our freedoms. We've come from far and wide. No more will we be silenced, no more will we bow. We'll claim our destiny, time's here and now. With courage in our hearts, fire in our eyes, we'll stand against oppression beneath the clear skies. On the 27th of July, we come to stand and fight against the chains that bind us, takes away our rights. We the common people are standing side by side, fighting for our freedoms. We come from far and wide. Rise up, for this land we really love. We fight for our freedom. We stand for it. We come to stand and fight against the chains that bind us, that takes away our rights.
Come on.
Sorry about that, guys. Your video stopped.
We have a month for LGBTQ+. But we have one day to recognise the sacrifice of our armed forces. One day, okay? My activism started, the thing that lit the fire in my belly and my heart was when the British Armed Forces were abused in my hometown of Luton. Okay? Let me hear some love for the British military and our soldiers. Let them know, let every one of them know how grateful we are for the sacrifice they give. They serve us, they leave their families, they put their lives in danger. It's now I have great opportunity to welcome you to Simon Bean ME.
The reason why they don't just staycation is because all our B&Bs, all our hotels are full of immigrants, and the cost to the British taxpayer of over £5 million a day.
And exceeded children of rare funny age with an agenda yet to bring the big. Six on hotel accommodation to our own home people, safety, infrastructure.
Every newspaper in the land is reporting the fact that Boris Johnson has called an end to the Northern Ireland prosecutions and persecutions.
Ladies and gentlemen, patriots, good afternoon. My name is Simon Bean. I'm also known as the Maverick Veteran, and my dad was a tool maker. Not me. I joined the British Army in 1983 and served for just over 22 years. I saw service in England, Northern Ireland, throughout all of mainland Europe, Norway, North America, saw one operational tour in Bosnia and 2 operational tours in the Middle East. As a veteran and as a citizen of the United Kingdom, I feel 100% betrayed. When I swore the oath of allegiance, I was young and impressionable and truly believed I would be a valued member of this country by the establishment forever and ever. The government of the day, headed by Margaret Thatcher, ensured I was well motivated, well trained, well fed and well paid. I followed orders without question, providing a service to Her Majesty the Queen and my country. The tens of thousands of us that serve are highly trained, disciplined, motivated individuals. We are expected to be self-sufficient, professional and educated in military doctrine. But at some point, our self-life expired and we're discarded back into Civvy Street. That, for many of us, is when the real nightmare begins. We were broken and rebuilt to become a soldier. But nobody at any point trained us how to be a civilian. Overnight, you become a veteran with the same mentality that was instilled into us as soldiers. We face issues that we've never encountered, and we begin to question ourselves. Where do I go for advice? Who do I ask? Should I ask? I'm self-sufficient,
so I should know the answers. Veterans are proud, maybe too proud, to ask for help. We muddle through, we make mistakes. Some of us lash out against the establishment. And this often leads to a meeting with a judge, a criminal record, broken relationships, mental health issues, and ultimately suicide. Some are even investigated and undergo court trials for alleged crimes whilst doing their job on behalf of the British government. This applies to Northern Ireland, God's country, Iraq and Afghanistan. It has been proposed by Comrade Starmer and the Cabinet brain donors to reopen investigations for those that served, even though many have been tried and found not guilty on up to 3 separate occasions. The mind boggles, and no wonder why recruitment and retention figures are so low. The UK has an estimated 300,000 homeless people. Out of this, 6% or 18,000 are veterans. However, that figure is not accurate, as it's based on veterans rough sleeping on the streets. It doesn't take into account those sleeping in cars, the sofa surfers, or those that choose to sleep rough in the woods, the forests and the mountain regions of the United Kingdom. Figures for 2023 have yet to be ratified, but in 2022, almost 46,000 illegal migrants entered the UK on small boats. They were fully briefed on their entitlements. They didn't need to ask. They continue to be told where to obtain assistance, who to ask for that assistance, and are given hotel accommodation costing £8 million per day at capitation rate, which is fully funded by the British taxpayer. They receive 3 square meals each day, pocket money, a smartphone, and they have the balls to complain about small bathrooms, shared bedrooms, and poor Wi-Fi. These hotels should be open for tourism, but no! The enemy insurgents crossing the channel in small boats languish in those hotels, whilst our own veterans and citizens sleep hungry and cold on the streets. As veterans, we've done our time, and we swore our oath of allegiance to the late Her Majesty the Queen, her heirs and successors, and nothing can change that fact. I'm known for speaking my mind, and I know not all veterans agree with everything that I rant about. However,
I'm too old to worry, and popularity contests aren't really my thing. So until someone else steps up to the plate, I'll keep talking and let God be my judge. In 2013, Lee Rigby, a servant soldier, was murdered in a savage attack carried out by Islamists. And in recent days, another soldier was viciously attacked by a man whom we believe to be of African origin and following an Islamist agenda. Our thoughts and prayers are with the victims and their families. People have asked me if I'm wise to wear a uniform today, as I might be seen as a legitimate target. My answer is, some people enjoy wearing masks as it gives them false confidence and a level of concealment. As a veteran and patriot, hiding isn't an option. I'm not afraid to show my face or hide what I stand for. And I can promise you this, if you come for one of us, you come for us all. For as long as I have breath in my body, I will stand, fight and protect the good people of these islands. And I will keep fighting until I'm laying on the street, choking on my own blood. What legends! That's the heroes. They're the heroes. I've just seen an aerial photo of Trafalgar Square right now. Wow! Thank you, every one of you. I'm not going to pick a fight here, okay? I want to ask you all a question. I want you, when I ask the question, to put your hands in the air. How many people here voted for Labour? How many people here voted for the Conservative Party? How many people here voted for reform? As I said, I'm not here to pick a fight, but Nigel Farage, please stop kicking people out of reform for speaking up or standing with us, because you'll have no people left. You don't have to support us, but stop lying about us, okay? It's frustrating. The next speaker, become a friend, Lawrence Fox.
like this guy.
This is the most beautiful sight I have ever seen in my life. I would like you all to give each other a hug, and then I want to do 3 cheers for you lot. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Right, listen, we are now a family, a community, that's what we are. We are the people that stand against those who wish to suppress free speech. We are those that stand against those who want to experiment on our children. And we stand against those who try to dismantle everything about our society which our fathers, forefathers and great-grandfathers fought for, and we say no! But here's the bad news. We have to find unity. And when I texted Nigel Farage earlier in the week and I said, Nigel, you're going to turn up? He said, sorry, I can't make it. And I said, in response, I said to him, these are the people that believe in you and these are the people that are going to vote for you. So we have to understand that there is no political solution to this problem. The mass of you, the sea of you all around there, you are the solution to this problem. Each and every one of you. I don't really have anything else to say other than I'm profoundly moved by this demonstration of people and this wonderful, wonderful expression of love for one's country, which is the most beautiful thing to do. But remember one thing, this is our home. We have nowhere else to go. So defend your home with every single ounce of your might. Take back your country and unite the kingdom. God bless the King! Thank you.
Clear. Next speaker is Cole Benjamin. Cole, come on from Lotus Eaters.
This is just the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. Give yourselves a round of applause, this is incredible. I feel that Britain is an occupied country at this point. I feel that the British people are being deeply exploited, and I feel that this has to change. Because if it doesn't change, what does the future look like for us? Mass immigration has been a colossal failure. There's no question of it. Only the most ludicrous person in the world could deny it at this point. So I'm talking to you, Keir Starmer. There is no economic argument for it. It's making us poorer. Poorer by the day because we are extending to foreign people's benefits that are meant for us. The British taxpayer is paying for health and services and trains and bloody houses for every person under the sun who can just step foot on our soil. This is not acceptable. The only people who should have access to these things are those people who are born and bred here or have rendered some significant service. It doesn't even bear any thinking about. This is just common sense. And moreover, we've allowed things to get wildly out of hand, as we've seen in the last week, in Leeds, in Manchester. Things are not going as they ought. And we will hear countless platitudes about British values. I find this fascinating. I think we should talk about it for a moment. Because they talk about British values as if they descend from the heavens themselves, as if they are something magical that is accessible to almost anyone, anywhere, at any time. But this is not true. Values are held by people. Values are not separate to people. So if you want the spread of British values, then you need to promote the welfare of British people. They do not hold British values in France. They do not hold British values in Germany, or Ireland, or the Netherlands, or maybe not. In the Netherlands, in Italy, in Africa, in Asia, in South America. These values are parochial to us. And if you want someone to come into our tribe, to join our way of life, to adopt these values that were learned through millennia of living together, millennia of experience that accumulates, that those people have to live in close proximity to us. They have to live with us and among us to understand who we are, what it is we believe, because there isn't actually a doctrine of them, they're a lived way of life. And if there's one thing we can see at the moment, through the colonies that have sprung up on our soil, it's that these values are not being proliferated into these new communities, because there are no British people around them from which they can learn them. This can't go on. The question that is raised, and this is a difficult question for our political class to answer, but I know you all can answer it. To whom does Britain, to whom does England, to whom does Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland actually belong? To the political class who are intrinsically liberal, they don't have an answer, because they don't recognise your existence as a group, as a people. They will have to say, well, England belongs to nobody, or England belongs to anybody. And thus they have, in one sentence, dispossessed you of 1,000 years of ancestral heritage. They have taken away from you the most precious thing that you own. And they have declared that not only is it not yours, it's for anyone else. This is a project of colonialism, to say that England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland belong to foreign peoples but not to their own native peoples. And it's not surprising then that you are footing the bill for this, because you have no right. They've just dispossessed you of your right, but you still live here and so you still have to pay for it. You are the underclass that they seek to create. This cannot go on. A normal person, of course, says that Britain belongs to the British. England belongs to the English, Wales to the Welsh, Scotland to the Scots, Northern Ireland to the Northern Irish. Nobody else would question this because it's nonsensical. But these are the times in which we live. And so, until it is understood by our political class that this country belongs to us, nothing can get better. Until we can affirmatively say, no, this, as Lawrence said, is our home. And if we choose to extend the privilege of sharing that with other people who come to live with us because they like us, because they are our friends, and you can see many of them here, then that's something we choose to do. They don't have a right, they may have the privilege. So what must we demand of the politicians? We must demand an end to the exploitation of the British. How dare you do this to us? How dare you? And expect our vote as if we are your cattle, as if we owe you something. We must demand that the public services are only available to people of British nationality. Foreign peoples must not be allowed to access them. Foreign people must not be allowed our benefits. The National Health Service is a very good idea. I like having a national health service. I don't like having an international health service. That wasn't on the table. We never